We are going to a process of renewing the industry. It's very important that we bring the message of the ideal world we believe in. The main way of thinking about sustainability is about respect, and especially respect the earth. We are privileged to travel around and to experience way more things than our past generations, but we also have the responsibility to not fuck up. And today we're fucking it up. So I'm Glenn Martens, I'm the creative director of Y Project. We're a Paris-based label. I took over the creative direction in 2013. I think Y Project stands in the very beginning for versatility. It's a very eclectic brand. When we present 50 looks on the catwalk, we have 50 different typology of people. For Spring/Summer 21, I really went back to the reason why Y Project is there. It's about experimentation, eclecticism and fun. It wasn't really planned, but Spring/Summer 21 is also the season where we launched our Evergreen collection. The starting point of this Evergreen collection is really to go back to the craftsmanship and the essence of garments. It's a collection which is based on Y Project historic pieces, which have very strong, very visible design twists, which are ours, presenting the brand in its whole versatility. Every single fabric, every single button or trimming is certified. And so we had a whole database of research of what kind of materials are we going to use, where are we going to produce those pieces, and on top of that, how are we going to ship them, how are we going to pack them, to really make sure that every single detail of this Evergreen collection was the most ethical and sustainable possible. I think one of the biggest focuses was definitely our denim, as Y Project is very famous for the denim, and obviously finding ways how to create your washings in a sustainable way without, for example, using all those thousands of liters of water. So we found a manufacturer which is doing the kind of like stone washing effect with air pressure. So it's really about trying to feel comfortable in different situations. That's also why, for example, a lot of clothes are adjustable, meaning that if you want, you can sleek them down. If you want, you can trash them up. Because often I think the answer to an emotion can be found back in one single garment, and you don't have to change them all the time. You can just adapt them and twist them to own them a bit more and to make them more personal. There's never really one good way of wearing our pieces. Everything can be sustainable in a conceptual way, respecting the garments, the craftsmanship, your team, which is working, which is spending so many days and hours in building up strange pattern constructions. So indeed, bringing collections which have a longer time. So we're talking about the denims, the cottons, the jerseys. These are pieces which are made in bigger numbers. In my daily life, obviously living in Paris, you're kind of forced being sustainable, as I don't have a car, I take everything by bike, but that's more also because it's so much more convenient and enjoyable to live in a big city and do everything by foot or by bike. I think the future of fashion is very difficult to predict, and I hope fashion will translate back to this essence of why do we do fashion, why is it there, why do we love it. Thanks to the Evergreen, we are building up bases, fundaments of the company. Your good pair of denim, your good blazer, your good tailoring pants, your good shirt. So I don't have to fill those in. And the nice thing is that this gives me extra place for the main collection to just create dreams and emotions and make sure that these are really there to make people happy. You want to experiment and experience as much as I can, and I think this passion for life, or this passion for this diversity, I think you can find it back in Y Project.